Well, we work with generators in these big jobs.
Okay.
It isn't like you just plug into somebody's wall. So, I mean, it was an issue, but it was no big deal. We always get through it.
Gotcha. Good stuff. How many hours did it take to get everything ready for Sunday?
Well, we started at 8. We got done around 4:30, and the show started at 5. So we were having a little fire drill there, but we got it done.
Yeah, sounds like it. And how soon do you begin the teardown? Basically, once everybody goes inside and you guys kind of start your thing then?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had a truck there. We actually left at 4:30 and had another truck starting to rip up at 7:30.
Wow, that's soon after the work, huh? Wow.
Yeah, well, that's the way this industry works. You put it down and you got to get it out. You got to get it out on time. So.
Yeah. Somebody had asked me once when you were on with me, I guess it was about a month or so ago, they said, what happens to the carpet? Because, I mean, you had done stuff with the Pope and you did these giant events. Does the carpet get repurposed in any way, Ted?
Well, not really. Most of it goes right in the dumpster. The stuff with the Pope, we actually told you that. We went over that. We gave that away because people wanted it. But 98% of it honestly gets thrown away because we can't reuse it. Everything we do is pristine. When you're doing this kind of an event, you need brand new carpet every time.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
But you kind of just a one and done kind of lifespan for a lot of the jobs that you do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, There's been times when the guys go to a job and they finish at 9 in the morning, leave for an hour, and come back and rip it up at 10. These shows.
Right.
In Fashion Week, the shows last a half an hour. You rip it out and you do another one in the same spot.
Yeah, amazing stuff. And I did have a chance to stop by Flemington Department Store. I guess it was maybe a couple weeks or so ago. And I had a chance to talk with Ted, and he showed me just a portfolio of some of the work that he's done. And, Ted, what I was really impressed by, you had showed me some pictures where you actually are able to carpet these magnificent, immaculate staircases and be able to maintain this very specific pattern that somebody wants. That's got to be a tough job to do.
It's a real challenge because you got to hold the carpet in place, and the seam's got to be put in the wrong place, to be honest with you, to make it work. But that's the way it has to work. So, I mean, we make it work by having more guys there than we need, but, we do what they want. The problem is these guys come up with crazy ideas, and all they know is they want it done. And you got to get it done for them.
Yeah.
And when you do get done, it looks great. Honestly, it does. But it's a challenge mentally and physically to get it done.
I'm sure. You know what? And I wish for you, Ted, I hope that somebody, whether there's some higher up at the Tonys, or I know the MTV Awards are coming up, you're going to be working that as well. I hope some higher up actually takes a couple minutes out of their time and say, Ted, you know what? Thanks for being here. Everything looks fantastic. Do you get that from people, or if you don't hear from anybody, that means you did a good job?
No, we really do. I mean, they really appreciate what we do because before I got into the industry, the level of quality was really very poor. And with the way we do it is with professional carpet installers. When we leave your job, it looks like your living room, and we bind all the edges. And it really is done the right way, and I take pride in that. And I said this before, I never want to hear that word, it's good enough, because if it's good enough, it could be done better.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. If someone says, you know what, it's good enough, well, that means that something can be improved upon. You're absolutely correct. So
I want everything done right. We did have a little problem with the Tonys. Now I'm thinking about the wind was really howling on Wednesday.
That's right. Yeah, it was very windy.
And we actually had some of the police officers on the site standing on the rug because they were doing nothing anyway, to be honest. So we said, would you mind standing over here instead of standing over there? And they were standing on the rug till we got it down.
And I guess, when you're carpeting between those buildings there in New York City, it's like a funnel effect where the wind is really amplified, right?
Well, this weekend was really bad. It was one of the worst weekends I ever saw as far as the wind. And we literally had guys standing on the rug till we seamed it, because once the seam goes together and you get the end secured, you're okay. But if you leave it open, it's like a sail. It'll actually take off on you. And we've literally had that happen. One time we carpeted over a subway grate, in New York City.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And the subway went by, and the rug went up about 3 or 4 foot.
That's awesome.
We had to cut holes in it to relieve the air pressure, but you live and learn.
I guess, right? So what's next, Ted? The MTV Awards for you?
Yeah, we have the MTVs coming up, but we have a big show coming up in the Hamptons this weekend, and we're doing a job today in the Waldorf. There's always something in New York City. No matter what time of the year it is, there's always something going on. And the big markets for my industry are New York and L.A. So
gotcha.
Things are always happening. Things are always going on. There's always big weddings.
Right, and I bet that kind of works in your favor, too, where someone say, oh, hey, we're having an event coming up. Who does the red carpet for this? And then they drop your name, and next thing you know, you're getting all this demand. Everybody's looking to hire you to do their red carpet work.
Yeah, well, I have a counterpart in L.A. We kind of like trade people back and forth because it's very difficult to move your staff around. We do it. We do it. I mean, we go to Chicago. We were in D.C. yesterday doing a job at the Watergate Hotel, which brings back a lot of memories at my age.
Not good ones for some people, right?
Yeah, not good ones. But you know what? We made a big rug with a logo in it that said Watergate Hotel.
Wow.
And it was interesting.
And it's weird. As I was in Washington last year, that hotel looks exactly as it did in the 70s, right? Like they haven't changed a thing on the outside.
I don't know what they had. Had something going on there yesterday because we made a huge rug with their logo in the parking lot. It was
in the parking lot.
When you hear Watergate, you have a different thought in your mind for some reason.
Exactly.
Not for some reason.
Right. Right. Yes, I do. But Ted, good to talk to you. And people want to maybe talk to you about doing some events. Best thing is come to Flemington Department Store and find you there, right?
Yep, I'm always here, and thank you for calling.
Good stuff, Ted. Have a great day, and we'll catch up again soon, all right?
Whenever you. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, Ted Resnick, my guest on the Raritan.